Hey dudes, so I told us back again for another installment of Memories of Vanilla. Last time we traveled through Desolace and committed some genocide against centaurs just to complete a quest. Well, today we're going to flee back to the Eastern Kingdoms, partially to evade the centaur retaliation, but mostly to storm the sanctuary of the Scarlets. I am, of course, talking about the first time I did the Scarlet Monastery. Now, I actually remember a lot about this event very clearly, so I think that it's only fitting that I divide this into a few parts, rather than drone on forever all at once. So today, we'll start off with what brought me to SM, as well as my journey to the instance, which is actually one of the clearest memories I have. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I had just completed a pretty straightforward quest from some dude in Nigel's Point. Go to the southern part of the zone, and kill a crap ton of skeletons, and then return. I thought that that would be the end of my interactions with this guy all dressed in red. After all, most of the quest givers that offer you these types of quests were sort of a one-and-done deal. But this time was different. This was part of a quest chain, and his follow-up tasked me with going all the way to South Shore, over in the northern part of the Eastern Kingdoms. Well, by this point I'd seen enough of this dreary zone, so I thought it would be a nice change to head back over to South Shore, even just to turn in this quest. After all, I was level 36 or so by this point, and I was running out of things to do in this wasteland. So, I cleared my bags, ran over to the flight master, and began my journey to my next destination. The trip was quick enough, considering how long it took to get anywhere back in those days, and I soon found myself in front of Rayleigh the Devout in South Shore. Thinking nothing of it, I turned in the quest and just accepted the follow-up. When I checked the location of this quest, however, my jaw dropped. Scarlet Monastery. Leica had told me of this place, of the crazed zealots in the massive cathedral who would stop at nothing to rid the world of the undead. And though I had never actually been there before, my attention was instantly focused on my new objective: slay Inquisitor Whitemane, Scarlet Commander Mograine, Herod, and Houndmaster Loxi in the Scarlet Monastery. Time to start spamming that general chat. 36 Priest, looking for group, Scarlet Monastery. After several minutes, I gave up my general chat search in Hillsbrad and decided it would probably make more sense to try my luck in trade chat. So, I flew down to Ironforge and tried again. No sooner had my griffin landed when I sent my next message. 36 Priest, looking for group, Scarlet Monastery. Immediately, I was invited to a group of 4 other adventurers, all right around my level, who had apparently been looking for a healer for some time. We exchanged greetings, got on our respective flights, and began our way north. Now, here's where my memory starts to get a bit fuzzy. I know that I flew to Chillwind Camp in the Western Plaguelands, as that was the closest flight point to where Leica had told me Scarlet Monastery was. However, I have no idea how or when I got this flight path. I must have headed north along the road, or with the river through the Alterac Mountains, I guess. Anyway, though, I arrived in Chillwind Camp and began my long journey towards Tirisfal Glades. Now remember, I was around level 36 at this point, so literally everything in this zone wanted me dead. I must have died at least 5 times as I ran through the forest, getting mauled to death by bears, and chased by spiders, and just narrowly escaping the Bulwark's soldiers. But I made it. With most of my equipment damaged, and no hope of repairing my gear until we were all done, I made it to the Tirisfal Glades. Now, onward to the next step of the adventure, finding the dungeon. My group members were all still a ways away in Hillsbrad and Silverpine. You know, the route I should have taken. Except for the mage. He was already in the Tirisfal Glades, and was sitting still up in the northeast area of the zone. So, that's where I went. Following a small road to the north, I was greeted with the hanged bodies and elite patrols walking around a large red and white building. Seated AFK by the meeting stone, awaiting our arrival, was our mage. I promptly joined him in wait and followed his example, going AFK for a few minutes. It took a while, but our party members eventually arrived, having run all the way north from South Shore, through Silverpine and across Tirisfal on foot. Finally, we made our way inside, easily overpowering the lowly level 30 elites guarding the entrance with our combined might. The rogue in our group ran over to the door to the right-hand side, and within a few seconds it swung open. It was time to enter the Scarlet Monastery. I hope you enjoyed this first installment of my Scarlet Monastery story. If you did, remember to subscribe so that you don't miss any more of the story down the road. Like I said, I remember a lot from this first dungeon run, so it makes sense to spread the story out, so to speak. But for now, that's all. If you're hungry for more content, check out my other videos here, or maybe look at my blog over on Blogspot. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter for more updates, and until next time, take it easy, guys.